There is urgency. Women have waited for 30, 40 years fighting. They voted in favor. You stood against women. That is what we saw. Politics that the Congress has done in the last 2 days is very disappointing. Delimitation is a good thing to happen, but it needs to happen in a fair way. Congress backstabbed the women of the country and they backstabbed Southern India. Black Day protest. Priyanka Gandhi comes from a family. Kanimoi comes from a family. Yet you are doing this north-south just to divide the country.
Hi, hello, welcome to KATV India. I'm Divya, and today with me is a special guest, none other than BJP spokesperson Surabhi Hodigere. So I'm really pleasure to have her here to talk about Women's Reservation Bill, which creates a political heat now in Lok Sabha. So welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Divya.
So, ma'am, apparently we all know that what is happening in this political development in Lok Sabha. Currently, the Women Reservation Bill, it's been proposed by our government. But today, as the voting has been done, so apparently we have failed the voting. With a minority, we have gained 298 voting only. So what is your take on this bill and so far, ma'am?
What has happened yesterday has deeply disappointed women across the country and specifically women in Karnataka, women in southern part of India, because two things. When the Congress said de-link delimitation with reservation, they have forgotten that in 2023, they voted in favor of reservation with delimitation clause in the act itself. They voted for this act which had all of this mentioned already. What the Prime Minister's government attempted to do in this special session was ensure that there is urgency. Women have waited for 30, 40 years fighting for this bill to come through. Finally, when it became an act, it was supported across party lines, yes, but with the clause that delimitation will happen before reservation. So what the party attempted to do, what the government attempted to do this time around, was to ensure that the delimitation process is set underway and that we implement it with urgency. We don't have to wait till 2034. It gets implemented in 2029. Therefore, the sort of politics that the Congress has done in the last 2 days is very disappointing. Consultation, they said, we have done a Lok Sabha special session. We saw all your views right on the floor of the House. You stood against women. That is what we saw. And then they said that it's going to be unfair to the southern states. Let me ask the Congress party, do they not know that the delimitation freeze will end in 2026? The same freeze that they brought through in the time of an emergency? Do they not know that we have to contend with this question about how seats are going to be redistributed across this country? What is their recommendation? That we go by the 2026 census, which would give much lesser seats to the southern states because the population growth rate has declined. The government came up with a fantastic proposal, which they finally, in words, said we will accept. Yet they were not ready for the amendment to be done, which was that 50% of the seats that are there today, there will be a proportional rise. There is so much misinformation today. People are just saying that we are against, we don't want delimitation. Delimitation is a good thing to happen, but it needs to happen in a fair way. And that fair way is what the Modi government proposed. We would have received more seats in Karnataka and proportional 50% increase, and the difference between states would have remained the same. But what we are left with today is delimitation on the basis of 2026. If we do delimitation on the basis of 2011 census, Karnataka will come down to a mere 27 seats. Without increase in the number of seats. The Modi government gave a fair chance, but the Congress backstabbed the women of the country and they backstabbed southern India.
Ma'am, suggesting for a solution, our government has proposed that they will be increasing the seats of House. Like currently it's 815 something, they will increase 850 to something that way. So is it possible that as a solution of delimitation bill, we can increase the seat of House so that southern states don't suffer that things? And also one thing, ma'am, even the women representatives of Congress parties, especially we can say as an example Tamil Nadu, they are calling it a black day because if the women reservation bill is being passed, they are calling it as a black day for their state. So even the women representatives are much against this one. So what do you think about that thing, that they are also opposing about this bill? So what do you think about that, ma'am?
So definitely what we attempted to do was increase the number of seats. That is what we attempted to do. That's what the Congress and its allies have said no to, without understanding what exactly is in it. Increasing seats means increased representation for everybody and proportional increase in seats for southern India. They have not understood that. Even if they have understood it, they have blocked it intentionally because they do not want to see the country being fairly represented. They want to hold on to their numbers. They don't want to see common people come into parliament. They don't want to see common women come into parliament. They only want women that they feel are, Priyanka Gandhi comes from a family, Kanimoi comes from a family. Only such women should have opportunity in politics. They don't want the seat to be expanded, the share to be expanded. The second thing, the DMK has Black Day protest when Tamil Nadu was being given an increased 50% increased share, just as Karnataka, just as everybody else on the existing share. That is the better option versus doing delimitation and seat distribution on 2011 or 2026 census. Do they not understand that? Yet you are doing this north south just to divide the country. That is what they have been doing. Yes, we have a rightful ask. The southern states have a rightful ask because this is the nature of democracy. But the Modi government is giving us a 50% increase, which is the best case scenario. Anyway, delimitation is going to be a conversation now. It's 2026. The next census is going to come. Then are we going to accept that the Congress is what stopped fair increase, proportional increase of seats for the southern states? That is what DMK has to live with now. They stopped proportional increase of seats to Tamil Nadu. If Tamil Nadu is going to get decreased representation, then it will be because of the DMK.
Okay, ma'am. As for finally, as we have seen that BJP is protesting outside the house, so what do you think will be the next step of our government to implement? Will they suggest that bill again, or will they be relinking these two bills separately or moving forward with that, ma'am?
This is not something that I can confirm or deny. We will wait for the updates.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
So that's me, Divya, with Surabhi Hodigere, the BJP spokesperson. So thank you so much for coming here and giving your thoughts on this, ma'am. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you.